So you've really got to come back to playing as a band rather than two individual units in order to succeed in the prize win.
Well, as you know, Alan, in the old days there wasn't any ensemble judge.
Aye.
And it was only the powers that be, the McAllisters and the Dutharts and them all, who eventually, through their own meetings, decided that we should have an ensemble judge.
Yes.
Someone who can decipher between a drum corps, a pipe corps and a band sound.
Yeah.
And the band sound was winning. And of course, some of the more prominent ensemble judges were very kind to the police, especially when I was in it.
Well,
we won a lot of prizes.
You're actually just taking the question out. That was my next question of you. You and Ian must have sat down early doors and discussed how you were going to play together.
I don't know that there was a great deal of discussion. Ian was always somehow happy with me because I wasn't a forceful. Should I compare myself with John Kirkwood, who was a wee power fella that came after me? He had powerful hands.
Aye.
And it came through the drum corps, really powerful stuff. Whereas I think I was more sedate and quieter in the background. And I don't know whether that was the reason for success or not, but...
Ian complimented you. When I interviewed him, he said that the finest drum corps he had was under Connell, and that's attributed a lot of the success to your corps at the back end of the band, knitting so comfortably in with what he was trying to achieve with the pipe music.
What I would say is, I don't know that when Ian and I got together, we worked well together.
Uh-huh.
We got on well together and sat and listened to tunes, and he would point out what he wanted brought out, if possible, or quieter or whatever, and it worked the way we did that. We didn't have a specific formula where right, I've got to do that with that tune. I'll tell you one thing that just come to my mind. The type of tune we played, there was lots of bands came out and played marches, Strathclyde reels that really didn't suit a drum corps, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And the tunes that I liked, Balmoral Highlanders, Cameronian Rant, McAllister's, that was an instance of a Strathspey that I liked to play to, you know. And there was lots of tunes like that, but there was lots of tunes. For instance, I'm not miscalling them, but Big Ronnie used to play a tune called Glenfinnan Highland Gathering.
That was a solo piping tune.
Exactly. Now that's what I'm getting at.
I remember I was in the band at that time when Ronnie was there, and he played that. He also played another difficult tune, the Brigadier is Ronald Cheap of Terrorin.
Yeah.
And the third part of that was horrendous, you know, and everybody...
From a piper's point of view.
And the drummer, I thought, everybody got into a fankle with that, you know, and it never really took off at all. Whereas at your Highland weddings, Young McGregor, Hugh Kennedy and all that sort of stuff seemed to be composed always with a pipe band in mind, you know.
Yes, with a drum corps in mind.
Aye.
To play to.
Aye, just something that everybody could express.
Oh, I agree with you completely there about that. The wrong type of tune for a drum corps.
How did you go on with... I know that Ian introduced Inverary Castles as Strathspey at one point. I don't think he played it for that long though. In the early 70s, would that be?
Inverary Castle, you know, I can't remember that one too well.
You remember it, no?
Aye, well, I remember the tune now. You're humming it over, but I can't remember.
That's a difficult one for pipe bands as well. You know?
Aye. Is that the one with the cut notes at the end?
Oh, aye.
Now that always intrigued me when I heard it. I said, now how the heck do you drum to that? You know?
Aye. As you say, some tunes are a lot easier to play to your Bog and Lochans and all the rest of it, you know, it's just Bay-wise.
Aye, Bog and Lochan, Athel Cummers. Aye, they're straight, strong, weak, medium, weak, right the way through, and you couldn't go wrong very much.
Yeah.
Whereas, what about the Strathclyde, the Piper's Band?
Oh, that.
How would you fancy drumming to that?
Well,
Now,
I played it in solos, but I couldn't imagine a pipe band playing that.
well, I remember Willie Patterson. I used to admire Willie, as you can imagine, when he was my instructor, and he went up and they got second to Alec Duthart in the solos, way back, long time ago. And he played the Piper's Band.
Aye.
And Eddie McClellan was his piper. And
I remember Eddie fine. He taught me in the College of Piping.
Aye, a fine piper he was. I played with McRae when I was at. And Willie played this Piper's Band, and I said, how the heck did they get his... And of course, we've finished a wee while ago talking about Willie following the notes of the pipe tune.
Yes.
Which is exactly what he did with it. But he managed to manufacture some drum movements that fitted it perfectly, you know.
It's amazing.
Although it might not be a modern score nowadays, you know.
Willie's style just seemed to die a death, especially when Duthart really came to the fore. How soon would you write in the Duthart? I can remember him way back even the late 60s, very strong drum corps with shots and dyke head.
Yes, aye, he had a wonderful drum corps there.
Your Shaspe, your Cameronian Rant and Pretty Marion and all that, that seemed to be his favourite tunes at that time.
Well, you can see where I was influenced as well, but just mentioning Cameronian Rant.
Yes.